best and worst royal beauty products. Hello everyone, welcome to Royal Fashion News. My name is Brittany, and today I'm going to be examining, playing with, and giving you guys my conclusions on the best and worst royal beauty products based on an article from the New York Post that posted in January. I'll link the article down below so you can get the full list. But I went through and I bought a bunch of the items, some from Sephora, some from Ulta, and I can't wait to show you guys what I got and review a bit of them for you, because I thought that would be kind of fun, because nobody really reviews royal beauty products. We talk about them, but does anybody really try them? I've actually already tried a couple, and there's some I like and some I don't. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I am sans makeup. And that's scary, yes. And most of this list will lean more heavily on Meghan, just because being that she did have the TIG and other things, she's let us know through various methods what her favorite beauty products are. And we've actually seen them even in her and Harry's reality TV show. They showed her getting her makeup done, and there were some products laid out on the table. So we know some of what Meghan likes. And I gotta admit, this first one I'm gonna put on because it is a moisturizer. I do like it, and I actually liked it before Meghan. I bought this on my own volition a while ago. I've actually been using it for a couple years, and I really like it. And it's the Tatcha Water Cream. This is like a Japanese-based company. I really like their stuff. I think it's good. I actually first got introduced to them because they have a really good sunscreen that I felt like was non-oily. I went into Sephora and asked for something that was non-oily, actually while I was in Hawaii, because I was like, I need something that's not gonna make me super oily, because I got a spot right there. And I tend to have really oily skin, but I feel like that's beneficial because it keeps my skin looking somewhat young. So I'm just gonna put some of this on because I do really like it. Am I a beauty expert? No. Do I know all that much about makeup? Kinda, sorta, not really. But I'm an average person. I feel like sometimes you watch some of those makeup tutorials, not to put anybody down, but sometimes they do these crazy, crazy looks, and I'm like, the average person does not have time for that in the morning. I feel like I want to speak for the average Jane and say, I need my makeup routine to be 5 minutes, because that's all the time I have. So I like to keep things simple. Not going to get super complicated. There's probably more I can do. I think there's more stuff in the bag. I'll have to look, because it's been a while since I purchased some of this stuff, and I'll show you guys what I like. Some simple things. We won't go too crazy, because nobody needs too much craziness in their life, in my opinion. Now, if you have time for it, hey, do it. But most of the time I had 5 minutes before work, and that's the allotted time I'm gonna do here, for the most part. Okay, so I think I had something in my bag of goodies. Let's see, what do we got? Okay, I think I had, yes. Okay, so I had this Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer, and I believe this was something Meghan liked, and so I was able to get this. Laura Mercier is a well-known brand, so I put on my moisturizer and this stuff. Let's see, apply after skincare, gently massage a dime-size amount onto skin with fingertips, follow with tinted moisturizer or foundation. Obviously, I already used my moisturizer, and I don't use tinted because my skin tone is uneven, so I always do moisturizer. Okay, so we will see. So it comes out, I guess that's a dime size. Not really, I guess. Okay. So it is silicone free, if that's something that's of interest to you. That is of this kind. I don't really have a strong opinion about that, but I'm probably not putting it in right, but oh well. And so primer is supposed to help your makeup lay a bit better, helps it keep a bit better depending on what the primer is supposed to do. Okay, so next thing we have is, again, another thing from Meghan, because again, Meghan did a lot of this stuff, talking about the Giorgio Armani Foundation Silk. And I've actually used this quite a bit. I went into Nordstrom, had them skin match me, which I'm glad I did, just because it does help you get the right thing. My color is 3.75, so it's a perfect glow, flawless foundation. And I actually really do like this. I've used this quite a bit. I've used this usually for the Saturday morning live streams. Now, when it comes to most of my rest of my videos, I use a Charlotte Tilbury airbrush finish, and I do that because it's more of a matte foundation and it has broader coverage. And I tend to obviously have a spot right here. I had like this big old pimple thing. And so I need something that's a bit stronger for the cameras and stuff, so I generally use this. But if I know I just need a little bit of makeup and I'm just going out for the day, I will generally pick this because I like it, and I feel like it's a nice, it's very, very liquidy. As you can tell, very, very liquidy. And so it just offers a nice cover. Now Meghan says she liked it because she could see her freckles through it. Who cares? But it just does give you a nice little bit of coverage, but not too much. And again, honestly, even today I would actually probably go with Charlotte Tilbury because of the big bump on my chin, but we'll use this today. I just feel like I need to do like triple layer today because this ain't doing it. But if you just need, it almost feels more like almost a tinted moisturizer. It just doesn't offer that much. Again, if you have like perfect skin, and I think Meghan's skin is probably actually pretty good, then this is fine the majority of the time. Me, not so much. My skin is bad. So I just don't like this quite as much because usually it means more I can get further a bit on the Charlotte, and actually usually I do too much and I have to buff it out a smidge. So just trying to even up my skin tone here. And is it perfect? No, but I feel like too it's not like greasy or anything. So it's kind of nice. It does feel somewhat luxurious. And again, it ain't cheap, so if you're gonna get it, go to Nordstrom, have somebody, or Sephora, have them match you, but I do tend to really like it. Now the question is, do I have concealer? Because this is more of an illuminator corrector that I got from Yves Saint Laurent. Mascara, well, that's definitely not it. Nope, we got lipstick. Okay, so for my general routine, I usually use the Clé de Peau, which is pricey. You can get it on sale. Sometimes it does go on sale even on Nordstrom and stuff. Be on the lookout for that. But I like it that it just gives a little bit of coverage and not too much. Okay, I probably should do more, but I'll leave it at that for now. And then when it comes to the under eye, usually it is this guy who I've seen a lot of. I haven't actually ever purchased this one before. It is the Yves Saint Laurent Touche d'Éclat Radiant Touch. So I double checked to make sure I got this right. So yeah, you use this under your eye. I got the color 0 because I'm pretty fair. And this goes under your eye, so it's supposed to be, I think, even more. And you gotta press the little button to click it. We'll see if I like this. Don't you hate this? Nope. Oh, there it comes. Here we go. Okay. Maybe got a little too much. Maybe I should have gotten a shade darker, maybe. I don't feel like this looks all that good. Oh my goodness. Man, hopefully I look better in the camera, but I'm kind of far away. I'm not too close. But that might be for the best. The closer you get, the scarier it might be, guys. Okay, it's not too bad. It freaked me out there for a second though. I think you can do more of it than what I'm doing. This one isn't too bad at all. It just gives you a little bit of eye concealer, and just to continue with my normal beauty routine, because I'm actually going to do this look, probably have lunch, and then film actually a video for my main channel, Royal News Network. So if you guys are interested in compelling royal commentary, I just started a series that will go up at least once a week talking about the various royals from other families. So we talk about the Brits a lot, especially Harry and Meghan, but we also have the Spaniards. I did the Norwegians last week talking about them. I think I'll do Monaco this week. We have Belgium, we have the Netherlands, Sweden, Denmark, so many cool places. So if you guys want to check that out, it's pretty amazing. So I like Charlotte Tilbury, so I'm using the airbrush finish. I actually just ordered some more of this today from her. Well, I guess not from her company. And they have, I feel like, brilliant marketing. Like Charlotte Tilbury came out of nowhere, and their stuff is good, but it's also, I feel like she does a very good job marketing it. Almost out of this guy, just to get. Okay. So Now that we got that done. Okay, so we have, let's see. Oh, we have this too. What is this one again? This is from Meghan as well. Pressed Power Finishing Powder that gives a light matte effect. Okay, probably should have used this. So we will use this too. So this is Mega Forever again, I believe. Meghan Markle product here. And so this is like a more, I feel like if you have really good skin, you can get away with having this really basically white powder. It doesn't go on white, like I'm not gonna look kabuki or anything, but I feel like, especially because my skin has so many colorations and stuff, something like this, which is just there to give your skin more of a matte effect, which again is good for the lights and stuff. It's good. So yeah, see, not turning my skin white. Okay, I'm glad I got this in, I don't think it did all that much. I'm glad I got this in a travel size. I don't think I purchased a full size one just because I was like, well, I have the powder I like. So next on our list is a choice between two powders. And this one has been worn by Kate. I think specifically for her wedding was this one. And then we also have the NARS, and this one's called Orgasm. This one, guys, is so like infamous that, you know, you kind of can't avoid it. So this one, we have the first is the Shimmer Brick Compact. So this is from Bobbie Brown. If you remember correctly, Catherine, during her wedding, she wore Bobbie Brown. She had one of their makeup artists come in and give her basically a makeup tutorial for her wedding day so she could do her own. Now, I will say, I don't particularly like Kate's makeup on her wedding day. I know, some people hate that. I think, though, she overlined her eyes, which I don't think does her any favors, because it doesn't do me any favors either. We both have smaller eyes, or at least mine are more hooded. And so it just didn't work. And she did that a lot for the first year of her marriage. And then she stopped, and her makeup look softened up a lot. And you can actually see her makeup pretty up close here in a video I had of Catherine when I met her very briefly at the Dog and Duck in London. And so I can attest to the fact that her makeup, I think, has gotten a lot better. Not that it was terrible, but it wasn't the best. And honestly, I didn't like Meghan's either, but for a different reason, because Meghan's looked too undone. And Catherine's, like, the blush was really thick. It just, I'm like, oh, Catherine, you really should have had the makeup artist do it. I know she wanted probably a bit of control on her wedding day, but I think it would have been so much better if an actual artist had done it. So I will use this more as a highlighter maybe, or maybe I'll try it as a blush. I think it's more supposed to be a blush. So we'll do that on one cheek over here, and then on the other cheek, we'll do the Orgasm, and you guys let me know which one you like better. Yeah, it's almost more of a highlighter, but also has quite a bit of color to it too. So very shiny. Very shiny here. Okay. And then we have the NARS, and this is Orgasm. This is been around for a long time because I've heard it time and time again. I don't think I've ever purchased it. And generally I do really like makeup. So I've purchased a lot. I actually had a bet with my sister going one time. She said she would pay me like $100 or $200 if I did not buy a eyeshadow palette for like 6 months. I did end up losing, but it was for a very good reason. I actually had held off for a long time, but there is a cool place. It's called the Cosmetic Company store, and you can get discounted MAC, Bobbie Brown items in there, and most critically, Tom Ford. Tom Ford is probably my favorite eyeshadow company. I have a ton of their palettes. I love them. Nude Dip is one of my favorites. I also have another favorite, but it's really, it was more seasonal, so it's been discontinued. But here is the color for Orgasm. But anyways, as a cosmetic company store, you can get a discount on them, and I save usually 50%, sometimes even more on the Tom Ford stuff, and it's close to $100 for an eyeshadow palette, so it ain't cheap. So, but I'm not cheap, but I'm thrifty. I'm thrifty. Okay, so it's got a shimmer to it too. Okay. They both got shimmer to them. But let me know what you think. Bobbie Brown or Orgasm? I think they both shine too much. Sorry, I'm looking at myself in the mirror going, Sorry. So, yeah, so We've tried on both sides. I think Orgasm offers a little bit more color. Bobbie Brown definitely offers a lot more sparkle. So we have figured that one out. So next we have a naked palette. I believe this was one from Catherine. Let me double check the list here. So yeah, this is for Catherine, and they don't have the original. This is one of the naked palettes from Urban Decay. And they don't have this particular one that Catherine used, but I found a smaller one which offers very similar colors. Ooh, it's gotten a little powdery in there. So let's see, you can see it's gotten a little powdery. And so hopefully, oh, one of them broke. Oh. Okay. So we have a very nice soft makeup palette here for classic smoky eye is what it says. Now, can I do smoke well? No. Do I like to keep it basic and simple? Yes. So let's see. There's a couple different ways we could do this. So obviously the glassies for all over the eye, so I'll just start there. I do, you know, there's 4 colors in a palette, and I do the 4 color system. Yeah, I don't mix and match. I don't get too clever. I keep it basic and simple. Because again, I'm not going to spend 20 minutes working on my makeup. I'm just not. There are special occasions for that, but not all the time. Oh, I do like that. I do even like that all over the eye. Very nice. Ooh, very nice, I think. I feel like maybe, should I move you closer? Do you want to be closer? I don't know if we want to be closer. Okay, guys, I moved you a smidge closer because I realized you probably can see some of this. My eyes are kind of small, so you can see maybe a bit more, and it looks fun in screen. Okay, so I used Glassy first. Public, Laced Up, Stolen. I think I'll go with the softer colors here, and I'll use Public on my eyelid here because I think that's a pretty color. Oh, I do like that. That's very pretty. I think that's very pretty. I don't know if you can tell, but I think that's very pretty. And then there's a matte shade, and so let me find a brush here. I'll use the Laced Up because it just adds just a good little crease thing. Again, guys, I keep it simple. And usually when it comes to the 4 shades, usually I'll use Spiced to do my eyeliner, but I'm gonna do something different because we do have an eyeliner here in this mess. So I used Glassy, ooh, let's go like this. I used Glassy, Public, and Laced Up. Those were the 3 shades I used. So the first 3 here, 1, 2, 3, and just thought, they're pretty. Let's see. Oh, okay, there we go. Now the camera's adjusting so you can get an idea. Okay, so next, I'll put this back in the box. So next we have from Meghan this MAC. And I think this is the exact color she had too. And this is Teddy. So this should be a good color for this because it's brown. We shall see if I like this or not. Okay, so it's more of a pencil. And if it seems like it's gonna be maybe, hold on, let's see if the camera can adjust. Come on, there we go. Looks like it might be a little harder than some of the softer ones I see. So we'll see here. At least so far it doesn't have that soft. I like the ones that are more buttery than ones that are, like they're still pencils, but they have a butteriness to them. Because this feels kind of hard, or at least trying to get it going, it's pretty hard. Again, I kind of tend to go with the Charlotte Tilbury, and I get Barbarella Brown. Believe. Okay. And for me, for lining my eyes, I only go to the middle of my bottom lash line. So I just go kind of over here, just because again, it opens your eyes up a bit to leave them more open. And again, suffer with small hooded eyes. Our whole family has that situation. Okay, so next we got mascara, and we will do a Catherine versus Meghan review. And I have my own personal favorite, which neither one of these probably are gonna be. And there was another one, I think this might have been a Meghan one. I can't quite remember, because I think I bought this one too. Is this the right one? Okay, this one is Le Hypnose. Anyways, I did not like this one. I can't remember who had this. I think it was Meghan. It was the Lancome Hypnose. Did not care for this one. So we do have another Hypnose though. This is, I think, the right, one. Maybe I got confused. I can't remember. Okay, so yeah, this is one preferred by Catherine apparently. And Meghan Markle had said she prefers this Dior one. And I got waterproof because I think that was the only thing I could get, only thing that was available. So we'll give each of these a try, and I'll tell you what my personal favorite is. Well, I'll tell you the favorite between these two. Oh, is this one for waterproof too? It's waterproof too, and I think again, because it's the only one I could get. And I'm not gonna curl my eyelashes. I mean, I think it's helpful, but honestly, don't do it every day. It's just not my favorite. Yeah, you kinda, this one you have to maybe have a second go round just to give it a bit of volume here. So this is Kate, because we got Kate's blush, Kate's mascara. Now we go over to the Meghan side, and this is Dior Show Iconic Over Curl Waterproof. Now you guys can see. Now between the two of them, I'm looking at the camera, see, I can't really tell on camera. But when it comes to looking at these two, I think I will go with the Dior. I think it offers just a bit more up top. I mean, I did get a little bit of it on my eyelid, so I'd have to change that up. But I think between the two of these, this one just seems to not offer a ton. It is very light though, so if you need something that's lighter, easier, this is a good one. And then I think this one is just a smidge better. But I will say, when it comes to my personal mascara needs, my favorite brand and mascara by far, and I've come back to this one again and again because I think they launched this one maybe 10 years ago, and this is the Chanel Le Volume. This is my favorite mascara. I think it offers a great amount of lift there we go, come on. I think it offers a great amount of lift, great amount of mascara, but without getting too goopy. The Charlotte Tilbury, which I've used before, is pretty goopy, so I don't tend to like that one too much. So this one, I almost don't even want to show you. It's basically a standard. This is just sorry, I had to block my face so the camera can focus. So this is just like a standard mascara thing. And then the Meghan one has, just so you can compare, has a little bit of that curl in the thing. So, I mean, it's not too bad, but I haven't really used these at all, so I won't be able to tell you absolutely for sure. If I've come to a different conclusion, I'll let you know. But I've used this one ever since it came out. And I'll use other ones, and I always come back to this one because I feel like it gives you a lot without being goopy, and that's great. So this is a Chanel Le Volume. Okay, so we've gone through eyes. We have most of our makeup. I'll have to let me know which side is better, Meghan or Catherine. Okay, and so now we get to lip. And the nice thing about lip is I have a lot of options here, so we'll see how this goes. So we'll start with this. This is a sugar lip treatment. This is a favorite of Meghan's, and so we'll try just this first because I think this will be a little bit, I think it has a bit of a color to it, but I think this will be the easiest thing to try first of all, because once you start putting lipstick on your lips, it starts to darken the natural color. So let's try this. Pretty good. It glides on pretty easily. But would I use this every day? I may. It's nice because it's a bit matte, so that's kind of nice. So it's just like that little guy. So somewhat exciting. I don't think was it the exact color she has? Let me see. Okay, yeah, it doesn't tell me exactly, so it doesn't look like it's the exact color. But we actually have two that Meghan wore. She wore Very Victoria, which is named after Victoria Beckham, which is kind of funny considering all the stories about her and Victoria out right now. She wore this for her engagement pictures, and then she wore this on the cover of the Time magazine when they were named the most influential people, and that has not aged well. So we'll try Very Victoria first. We'll just go in order of appearance today. Okay, so if you've never tried Charlotte Tilbury, there we go. It's kind of probably not really my color, but we'll see. I think lipstick is kind of fun because really any color is your color. I mean, not totally. There's some things I definitely want to do, but the fun thing about lipstick and any makeup is that you can experiment. So I mean, honestly, I don't find this too bad. I mean, it's a little dark for me. Would I wear this every day? Probably not. Would I wear this from time to time? Maybe. It definitely feels a little dark, but it's not too bad. It's really not. So that is Very Victoria. And then we also have Charlotte Tilbury's infamous Pillow Talk. Now, Pillow Talk is very iconic to the Charlotte Tilbury brand. They have a ton of these out. And so they even have more colors now. And it's just considered kind of, not really a neutral, but a good, more neutral, you could say, pink. And it's a matte, so this is what I hate about Charlotte Tilbury. For some reason, I feel like all the colors look the same. That's what I found, is that all the colors look the same, because this is a little lighter than Very Victoria, but also feels very much the same. So, can I really tell a difference? Not totally. I mean, it's not bad. There's a reason why so many people love this, so many women love this. I think it does look good on pretty much every woman, but it always seems like every Charlotte Tilbury thing I have always looks the same when I put it on. I was like, this looks exactly the same. Okay, so next we'll have the lipstick apparently Catherine wore on her wedding day. Now that one I'm really excited for, and that's one we're gonna end on. And so it is the Bobbie Brown Sandwash Pink. So I am super excited for this because I feel like this would be a pretty good color on me, but we'll see. So there we go. That way you can get some idea of the color here. See, Bobbie Brown. I don't know, I do like it. I think I like the matte of the Pillow Talk maybe a smidge better, but this is very luxurious feeling, so it does feel very nice. And yeah, I think this is a great one. Now, when it comes to my personal lipsticks, because I do get asked from time to time, I really do love, oh, and I forgot to add one more thing. So when it comes to my own lipsticks, because you guys do ask me from time to time, I like the Dior Lip Glow. I have these in a couple different colors. My favorite color is Rosewood, which I can't find. Ironically, right now, my favorite lip things I cannot find. So that's a little disappointing. So I do like this in Rosewood. I have it in a couple other colors. I think they're great. They offer a little bit of color, a little bit of shimmer. So they're nice. I mean, they're almost kind of lip glossy in a way. And then we also have there's a Tom Ford color I like, which I can't remember. And then we also have these Clarins from Catherine. Catherine likes these. And these are really nice because they add a little bit of color. And I think this one I got is new. And so we do have this one that is her original shade. We saw her getting this out of her purse at Wimbledon. And so this is the 01. I did get the 05. Let's try that before we wrap up. So it offers a little bit of gloss. And ooh, yes, you can tell it is brand new. So we squeeze. There we go. Okay. It's nice because it adds color and gloss. So these are from Clarins. They're the Natural Lip Perfector. And I did also forget, when it came to nail color, now things are changing since Queen Elizabeth died, but her favorite was this Essie Ballet slipper color. And we're gonna try this here real quick. And I do have a Tom Ford lipstick that I really like, that I used to wear a lot and then I can't find. And then my other favorite is from Lisa Eldridge, and she does a lipstick color called Kitten Mischief, and it's my favorite. I think it's technically the one she sort of copied. She actually bought a tube of Audrey Hepburn's lipstick that she had in this like Cartier special made thing, and I think it's somewhat a knockoff of that color, even though she hasn't specifically said that. That's the thought. And so I do really like that one a lot, and she's one of my favorite makeup artists because I feel like I watch her videos and I learn more about makeup and not going too crazy with it, because sometimes I see those tutorials, I was like, where are you gonna wear that? I need to be done in 5 minutes. Obviously, this video was not done in 5 minutes, but could you get any of these done in 5 minutes? Why, yes, you can. If you're hurrying. Again, keeping things very, very simple. And there's some fun things that you can do, like single shades you can put on your eye and just like a little bit of eyeliner and you can go, because everybody has a busy day. All right, guys, so that is the Essie lip color. Again, very, very, very light. This is just one layer. And so this is what Her Majesty preferred the royal ladies wear. And I think it's a really pretty color, and you understand why she wanted them to keep it neutral. But we've seen Catherine with bright red fingernail polish. And I'm sure it's one of those things where everybody was like a little nervous about dipping their toes out. And then they're like, yes, we are free. And it's not like everybody was super excited, but it's just like one of those probably funny things where you're like, I can wear this again, yes. Okay, guys, so that is it for all of the makeup here. I hope you found this helpful and interesting. Really hope you did. Thank you so much for watching. I'll link all these things in the description box, and I'll link them within the video itself as I am able to. I think all these things should be linkable. If they're not, of course, they'll be in the description box down below too. So guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of Catherine and Meghan's makeup looks, and let me know which one you think is the favorite, because obviously, like I said, we have Catherine here and Meghan here, so let me know which products you guys preferred. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.